want to eat your brain.
Hi all! Emma again at the end of the world. At the house, we were just cooking some meat. Actually, our freezer stores are starting to run low, and we are hoping our rabbits will multiply to levels safe enough to get us through continuous reserve before all the stored food is gone. During cooking, I've got a chance to talk with my dad about a basic survival tip. Remember, to survive, it is often required that you learn the basics or remember the basics that you know. Roast meat is important because it helps to harden the outside of the meat and lock the juices inside. It'd be mighty tasty too. You could do this by putting the meat on a stick and holding it near the embers of a fire. It is one of the quickest ways to prepare tender meats. Pound the meat with a hammer if you have one to tenderize and thin. This will make cooking quicker. Of course, with shellfish, it is quicker to steam. Cooking meat is important to get rid of germs. Quicker cooking is better to avoid detection. Remember that the smell of our fire can attract the interest of the infected, so be sure to have others keeping guard while you prepare them. The infected are not the only unwanted predators that can be attracted. Depending on your area, you can attract all kinds of animals, and of course, people. I know I've said this before, but it always deserves being said again. Some of the people during the apocalypse have proven worse than the hobbling fiends. I call them suckers. If you read the story of my life, you will notice that sometimes my mother can tell when people are lying. She does this by a number of facial cues. They are often referred to as a high-leak and low-leak cues, as well as eye movements. One set of eye movements that is good to look at, she says, not only for lying, but also to aid in speaking in a language more hearable to the other person, is trying to determine their primary mode of processing information. Some people process information as primarily visual. Most of the time, you can tell these people by their eyes moving up. Now, I say most of the time because you cannot just use eye movements. Look at their language as well. Do they make a lot of visual analogies like I see or it looks to me like? If so, try to mirror their language and speak in visual terms. Other people are more auditory. They usually move eyes from side to side, neither up or down. Again, this is just an initial guess. Try to compare it to words that they use, like it sounds to me like. If they are try to make auditory analogies with them. The final group are the kinesthetic people. They tend to look down as if searching their body for information. Again, check the analogies they use. Kinesthetic people tend to make analogies in feelings and tactile sensations. This stuff used to be covered in a branch of psychology called neurolinguistic programming. Before the world ended, people used to go to seminars for that stuff. Anyhow, if you need to track it down, this is what you can search on. So how do you use this to detect lying? Eye movements toward the right are memory, and toward the left are construction. If the person is telling a story about the past and their eyes go left, they are constructing and not remembering. This might indicate a lie. Still, things are not always so simple. Mom always suggests combining the information with the brief, involuntary facial expressions. With many people, you can look for anxiety. So in general, don't be confrontational, but rather seek information and ask for details. Hold your information and use it strategically. Ask questions unexpected and try to get the speaker to tell the events in reverse order. Anyhow, to see this all in action, get my life story, Zombies vs. Robots by Joseph and Marisha Catilli. So anyhow, all this talk of food is making me hungry. I am going to eat some eggs. Did I ever mention to you that most Aurora eggs are edible and even better, easy to store and carry? Just boil them and they can last for days. Emma most certainly out.